Secret contest, CQ Field Day, Whiskey 6 Kilo Bravo, W6KB contest.
Hi, I'm Rem, K6BBQ, and I operate Tricycle Mobile. Today I'm going to be riding on the Bay Trail. I'll be operating under my call, K6BBQ, and it's always fun. I tell people I'm Tricycle Mobile. Last year I had a guy laughing. He was so surprised by it. So you get some great reactions from it, and it's a lot of fun. I love riding the trike. I love doing ham radio, so mixing them's the best thing for me. This is my radio. It's a Yaesu 857D. I've got the mobile kit to it, so the microphone and the control head cables go out here. I do have a CW paddle. I'll also use that for checking the SWR on it. I've got this will connect to the battery, and this is the buddy stick. To tune it, I'll run this down, and when the signal gets the loudest, I'll put this in that coil, that section of the coil. And I've switched from a telescoping whip to a 3-section shock-corded whip because I've ridden under carports, I've ridden under trees, and I'll break the telescoping whip. This thing, it just shakes a little bit. This is the 857D control head on the mobile mount. Got the cable going here, and it works great. This is an MFJ amplified speaker, and I haven't used it before. I just got it, and I'm hoping I'm going to have better audio than when I'm running it off the speaker on the 857D. This is a 10-watt solar panel, flexible, and I use this to help top off the battery. So while I'm talking, I won't have to worry about the battery running down and going home. I have about just over 20 videos on my YouTube channel under K6BBQ, the Barbecue Ham Shack, and about a quarter of those videos are Tricycle Mobile. The 2011 and 2012 I've operated Tricycle Mobile for Field Day also, so those are on there. And the other are all operating portable. So you can see my setup portable, and you can see my setup riding mobile. This is K6BBQ. This is Rem. Thanks for watching, and I hope to talk to you on the air one day.
This is an LM221. Yeah.
That's what it says?
You know, I have the book here so everybody can look at the book and kind of see.
Let me know when I become in the way.
You're not.
Just in case.
Because people are going to ask you what this is, and you're going to be... Well, during World War II, they would set up the military mass center for medical. This would be their their radio signal corps station. And they would say, sit up on a hill or someplace.
Can't remember the group.
And have communication.
My name is Gary Gross. My call sign is KE6QR. Been a ham radio operator since 1979, a long time. And I think this is probably about my 15th field day that I've participated in. And it's quite an undertaking getting all this equipment. It's kind of at least 6 months planning endeavor, and the last several weeks of frantically trying to make phone calls and make sure everything's set up. So we're operating here from a park with 5 HF stations and 1 ATV video station. And right here we have 40 meters and 80 meters. We have our barbecue over there, and I'll take you around the park and show you all the stuff we got going on. Field Day is an emergency test that's been going on for approximately 70 years, where ham radio operators throughout the country operate usually from public locations if possible, on emergency power, temporary stations on portable antennas. So if all else fails, we will be there to provide communications. That's why we're out here. We're not operating off a grid. We have no electrical power of any kind. Just our generators. Sometimes we operate off solar panels. I didn't bring the solar panels out this year, but I have in the past. And we're operating without any infrastructure, just totally off the grid. Okay, I've got the 20-meter CW station operating here. I've made 73 contacts so far today. We have a tri-bander, which I think you already got a shot of that. So what I can sense Morse code, which is a very efficient means of communication. It takes very little to actually do it, and it gets through when all else fails even better than single sideband does. So what I'm doing is I'm computer logging my contacts, and for repetitious messages like my CQ messages, I have these are all programmed into the F keys. So I'll go to a clear frequency here. There's my call sign going out. What I have is a USB out port which has the letters going through it to my automatic keyer that turns it into Morse code. Also, I can send it via the paddles, dits on one side or DAWs on the other. So I'll put out a CQ message here. That's K6LI, our call sign. Here's our CQ message right here, which I have on automatic. So today, the different, just to give you an idea, the stations I've contacted: British Columbia, Iowa, Kansas, Minnesota, Maryland, Nebraska, North Dakota, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio. I've got more than half of the 50 states already. So my goal is to try to get all 50 states and the Canadian provinces before this is over with tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So it looks like I'm well on my way to doing that. And once again, we're out here in the park all night long. It'll have to put on a couple heavy jackets tonight, I think, but we'll be out here making contacts, and this is something that's been going on, I'd say, since the 1930s. A long, long time.
Yeah, the 2 Alpha and Golf Alpha. Kilo Juliet 4, Kilo Papa X-ray. Please copy 1 Echo, Delaware, Delta Echo.
And that's sideband, single sideband that you're hearing on there.
QRZ from K3 Jack Daniels, Southern Delaware.
Kilo 6, Lima, India, K6LI.
Whiskey 4, Golf Victor. Is that the whole call?
A lot of stations on, so they're all trying to call him.
Please copy 1 Echo, Delaware, Delta Echo from K3 Jack Daniels. Over.
And so, just so the people at home know, what's the purpose of making all these contacts?
To simulate emergency traffic, emergency messages. So, because we're simulating an emergency, our exchange is our location and how many transmitters we have on the air and what category we're in, whether we're all emergency power or if we're operating from a shelter. We have some stations that are operating from EOC centers, and they can run on commercial power, but they have to have the capabilities of running on emergency power. We have to run on emergency power out here.
Yeah, Dave's calling. AB4EL said that.
Oh, KO6B is calling?
Yeah, he's mobile.
Okay, you can pass on to him that the PEP Dave needs help with the rig there, getting it running.
Okay, I got it. What's the call sign? It's Whiskey 6Z Echo, Zulu Echo, whatever, and the 12A ORG. When I got the right tone where it matches the tone and internal tone, this little light flashes on. You'll see the tone of the flash. Goes green. Right there, that means we're on the same frequency.
Yeah, that's kind of helpful.
I returned to the Marin Rod Gun Club today to get the full story on the LM221 radio unit. I learned the owner set it up, fired it up, and then packed it up and went home. He didn't want to leave it out overnight. Breakfast is being served for those still remaining. You can't help but notice the antennae in use. Quite an array of arrays. The towers are equipped with a crank for raising and lowering and can be tuned by extending or retracting the elements. But you have to contact the Redwood Empire DX Association for more details about these antennas. The stalls used for gun club fundraisers make fine stations. Each is contesting for the particular mode of operation they're in. As I listened, it sounded like they were approaching the magic 500 mark. As would be the case in an emergency, so it is in practice. Repairs to equipment must be accomplished with equipment at hand. Here come the names of those who have made this video possible by participating in this event. Let's hope we never have to use this training, but if we should, thank you to those who have trained to help in times of emergency. I'm Jovita, KJ6 WSV 73.